14 must know tips to survive long flights in economy 2025. Let's be real, sitting in economy for 10 plus hours is a test of your patience, your posture, and your will to live. But here's the thing, you don't have to suffer just because you didn't pay $5,000 for business class. In this video, I'm revealing 14 survival strategies that actually make long haul flights bearable. We're talking about hacks that flight attendants quietly approve of, game changing seat moves, and the truth about things most passengers completely overlook. If you've ever tried to sleep while your seatmate uses your shoulder as a pillow, or stared at a broken screen while the guy next to you watches an action movie at full volume, this video is for you. Make sure you stick around for tip number 14 because it explains why the aisle seat you think you want might be your biggest regret. Let's dive in.
Hi there, this is Airport Aviation Guide, and I'm so glad you're watching this video. I travel a lot and always try to bring you the most up-to-date and useful information. In return, I ask you to fasten your seatbelts, subscribe, and give a like. And now, Clevely, let's take off.
Tip number 1, choose seats over the wing, your comfort zone. Most travelers rush for seats at the front or back, but professionals know this secret. Seats over the wing are the golden middle ground. Why? 3 reasons. First, less turbulence. The wing is the aircraft's center of gravity, so it rocks significantly less here. If you get motion sick or just want calmer sleep, this is your spot. Second, better sound insulation from the engines. You're not sitting directly over them, but close enough to the center that noise is minimal. Third, statistically, these seats are least often booked by families with children. They prefer forward rows or seats closer to the tail. Better chances for peace and quiet. One more thing, on wide body aircraft, Boeing 777, 780, and Airbus A350, window seats over the wing give you stunning views of sunsets and sunrises through the clouds. Instagram bonus if that matters to you. Don't ignore this zone. It's quiet, stable, and underrated. And speaking of underrated things, tip number 3 is about what to wear to stay comfortable without looking like you just rolled out of bed. But first, tip number 2, order a special meal and get served first. This is one of my favorite long haul hacks, and almost no one uses it. If your ticket includes a meal, look for the option to select a special menu when booking: vegetarian, gluten free, vegan, kosher, halal, whatever works. Why? Because special meals are delivered first. On a 12-hour flight, this is a game changer. While everyone else is waiting, you're already eating hot, fresh food in peace. You finish first, which means you can hit the bathroom before tray tables trap everyone else. There's another hidden perk. Special meals are prepared separately, which often means better quality and less mystery meat. I've flown Emirates and Singapore Airlines. Their vegetarian options are sometimes tastier than standard meals. Bonus tip, if you already booked and forgot to select special meal service, just call the airline at least 48 hours before departure. They can usually add it to your booking. Still not impressed? Wait for tip number 4 because it takes in flight snacks to a whole new level in a way that's weirdly comforting and genius. Tip number 3, dress smart, not like Instagram tells you. Let me put this gently. Jeans and long haul flights don't mix. You might look cute at the gate, but 6 hours in, you'll be squirming like a kid in church. Instead, dress for battle because economy class is exactly that, a mental and physical endurance test. Layers are your best friend, especially merino wool if you have it. It breathes when hot, insulates when cold, and bonus, doesn't smell. You can wear it for days, which, let's be honest, you will. Add a hoodie or light jacket. You can ball it up into a pillow. And yes, compression socks. They're not sexy, but neither are swollen ankles the size of grapefruits. Compression socks help blood circulation, reduce clot risk, and make you feel way less like a bloated air sac when you land. Here's what people forget: wear your bulkiest items on you to save backspace. Just change into comfy gear before takeoff if you're shy about sweatpants at the airport. And while we're talking comfort, wait for tip number 5. because we're turning your phone into a personal in flight cinema without breaking your neck or your budget. Tip number 4, bring an insulated wide mouth bottle, not a regular water bottle. Yes, you heard that right. That trendy collapsible water bottle, leave it behind. What you actually need is an insulated wide mouth bottle or thermos. Why? Because on long haul flights, it's not just about hydration, it's about keeping your sanity. A thermos keeps drinks hot or cold for hours, holds way more than the tiny cups to hand out, and it's a lifesaver if your seatmate falls asleep and blocks you from the drinks cart for 6 straight hours. Here's where it gets clever. You can ask the flight attendant for hot water to make tea, instant soup, or even oatmeal mid flight. Think about it. You just leveled up from sad crackers to a cozy warm meal at 35,000 feet. Important. Always bring an empty bottle through security, then fill it after. Many airports now have filtered water filling stations. And if your airline won't fill it directly, no drama. Just pour your coffee or tea from the cup they give you. No spills, no scalded thighs, and your drink stays warm the whole movie. Speaking of movies, tip number 6 has a seat back screen trick most people don't even realize exists. But once you do, you'll never fly the same way. Tip number 5, save your favorite show for the plane. I call it the reward rule. Here's the idea. If you save something enjoyable, a favorite show, new podcast, or guilty pleasure snack, just for flights, your brain starts associating the misery of economy with something oddly pleasant. You're turning a chore into a treat. I don't watch certain series at home anymore. I save them just for flights. That way, when I sit down and open my thermos, I've got a loaded season of my favorite show, a mint tea bag ready, and TSA friendly jerky within reach. It's weirdly comforting and makes the hours pass so much faster. Pro tip, download content beforehand. Don't rely on in flight Wi Fi. It's either expensive, slow, or both. Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube Premium all allow offline downloads. And if you've ever tried watching something mid flight while your phone keeps sliding off the tray table, tip number 6 will save your sanity and your neck. Stop. Quick check. Okay, we're halfway through, and these tips are already going to save you hours of discomfort and a bunch of money at the airport. But here's what I'm asking. If this is helping, hit subscribe on Airport Aviation Guide. I share insider tips like these every week. Smash that like button. It helps YouTube show this video to other travelers like you. And most importantly, drop in the comments your best tip for long haul flights. Snack hack, sleep secret, share it. The best tips come from real travelers. Done? Awesome. Let's keep going. Because tip number 14 could completely change how you choose seats forever. Let's go. Tip number 6, hack your tray table into a personal cinema. Holding your phone for 10 hours? Not happening. But most people don't realize how many ways you can turn your tray table into a mini theater. Here are some genius options. Use a case with the built in stand. Many modern cases have a fold out stand on the back. Prop your phone on a folded eye mask or wallet. Simple but effective. Clip holder for tray table. It attaches right to the edge and holds your phone at perfect eye level. Or try the TikTok trick. Wedge the sick bag between your phone and case, hook it on the tray table. Still want to level up? Grab a gooseneck tablet holder from Amazon for $15 to $20. It folds, bends, and holds your phone or tablet at the perfect angle while taking minimal backspace. Important note, check if your plane has working screens on flightradar.com or the airline app. Some older Boeing 737s and 830s have no screens at all. Better to know beforehand. And while you're watching your in flight binge fest, don't forget tip number 7, because if your phone dies mid season finale and the airline doesn't have power outlets, you'll wish you'd packed smarter. Tip number 7, don't assume your seat has power. You'd think by 2025, every plane would have a charging port at every seat, right? Wrong. Economy power is still a gamble. Some planes have USB A ports, some have full outlets, Some have absolutely nothing, and even when they exist, there might only be two outlets for every three seats. Here's how to stay in control. Check SeatGuru.com. It shows which seats have power. Bring a USB-A charging cable, not just USB-C or Lightning. Older planes often only have USB-A. Pack a small power bank in case your seat is the unlucky one. Usually 20,000 to 27,000 mAh are allowed by most airlines. Bonus points. Bring an adapter that handles both USB-C and USB-A. Nothing ruins a flight like your phone dying mid-episode while you're stuck in the middle seat next to a stranger eating tuna salad. Real tip, turn airplane mode on and lower screen brightness to minimum. This can stretch your battery 4 to 5 extra hours. And speaking of bad seats, tip number 8 is about how to protect yourself from the nightmare of broken screens, tight rows, or no recline seats before you even board. Tip number 8, Seat Guru before you seat suffer. Here's a secret tool most people still don't use, but every frequent flyer Here's a secret tool most people still don't use, but every frequent flyer swears by. SeatGuru.com. Before check-in, type in your flight number. SeatGuru will show you a detailed seat map of the exact plane you're flying on, and it flags all the troublemakers. Seats with broken or restricted recline, seats without power, seats too close to the bathroom, screens known to be glitchy or completely broken, seats with limited legroom due to equipment boxes. It even shows where the lavatories and power outlets are, so you won't be surprised mid-flight when the perfect window seat you booked is actually sandwiched between two bathrooms and a crying toddler. Extra trick? Use aerolopa.com for even more detailed seat maps, especially for newer aircraft models. And if you're wondering whether window or aisle is really better for long haul, wait for tip number 10, because not all aisles are created equal, and the difference could mean a full night's sleep or getting elbowed awake every 90 minutes. Tip 9. Build a seat bag and guard it with your life. Let's talk about a rookie mistake I see every time I fly. Someone boards, shoves their entire carry-on in the overhead bin, then spends the next 10 hours awkwardly asking seatmates to move so they can dig out gum, a phone charger, hand sanitizer, a snack, or their neck pillow. Here's how to fly smarter. Pack a tiny seat bag inside your personal item. Before boarding, pull it out and stuff it under the seat in front of you. Done. What goes inside? Essentials only. Headphones, noise canceling if possible, phone charger plus power bank, snacks, protein bars, nuts, dried fruit, lip balm, eye mask and earplugs, wipes, medications, refreshing gum or mints. This bag keeps you organized and minimizes aisle drama. Pro tip, use a clear toiletry bag or zippered organizer. You can see everything at a glance, no digging required. And if you think that's clever, tip number 11 shows you how to sleep without getting woken up by flight attendants every time the seatbelt sign dings. Tip number 10, don't trust the neck pillow hype. Look, neck pillows are everywhere in airport gift shops. And yeah, they seem like a good idea until you're dragging that thing through every terminal for the next 2 weeks. The truth is, you probably won't use it after the flight, and many airlines already hand out small pillows and blankets. You just have to ask. Alternatives that work better. Roll the blanket into a DIY neck support or lumbar cushion. Try this trick. Turn a standard neck pillow backwards so the bulk supports your chin instead of the back of your head. Game changer for sitting sleep. Weird, but works. Bring a deflated beach ball. Inflate it slightly and use it as a footrest. Lightweight, squishy, and your ankles will thank you. Even better, buy a memory foam lumbar pillow. It's 10 times more useful for your back on long flights than any neck pillow. But if you think sleep is tough in economy, wait for tip number 14, because it explains why the aisle seat you thought you wanted might be your biggest regret. Quick check. Are you getting value from these tips? If yes, do me a favor and tap that like button. It tells YouTube this content is worth showing to other smart travelers like you. And if you like how I explain things, hit that subscribe button and join the Airport Aviation Guide crew. We've got more sneaky travel wisdom coming every week. Ready to actually get some sleep on your next flight? Let's keep going. Tip 11. Sleep smart. Seatbelt over your blanket. You finally manage to fall asleep, you're dreaming of arriving fresh and rested, then tap tap, a flight attendant wakes you up. Can I just check your seatbelt, please? Here's how to avoid that fate. Always buckle your seatbelt over your blanket. That way, if the seatbelt sign comes on during turbulence, the crew can see you're safely buckled and leave you in peace. Seems minor, but when you're desperate for sleep, not getting interrupted matters, especially on overnight flights, when just staying asleep for 90 minutes straight can feel like luxury. Extra sleep tips. Eye mask and earplugs or noise-canceling headphones, mandatory. Recline your seat slowly after takeoff, but be polite. Avoid caffeine 6 hours before planned sleep. Consider melatonin, 1 to 3 milligrams 30 minutes before desired sleep time. And speaking of freshness, tip number 13 is about how to feel clean and refreshed before landing, even if you didn't sleep at all. Tip number 12, create a freshen up kit and use it before landing. Want to feel human again when you step off that plane? This is the tip seasoned travelers swear by. Pack a tiny freshen up kit and use it during the last 30 to 60 minutes of the flight. What's inside mine? Travel toothbrush and toothpaste or mouthwash in single-use packets. A couple of face or body wipes, Nivea, Neutrogena, or baby wipes. Lip balm, hand cream, facial moisturizer, stick deodorant or deodorant wipes. If you're female, spare underwear or panty liner if you're not up for full bathroom gymnastics. Why this matters? Airplane air is drier than the desert. Humidity is lower than the Sahara Desert. You dehydrate faster, your skin cracks, lips dry out, and your mouth feels like sandpaper. A quick wipe down and toothbrushing can make a huge difference in how fresh, alert, and even confident you feel arriving at your destination. Whether you're heading to a hotel, a meeting, or just surviving immigration lines, you'll feel like you slept even if you didn't. Pro tip: use the bathroom about an hour before landing. That's when lines are shortest and you have room to properly freshen up. And if you're still wondering which seat gives you the best chance to sleep, breathe, and avoid drama, wait for tip number 14 because we're about to destroy one of the most common assumptions travelers make when booking their seat. Tip number 13. Don't trust the free drinks trap. When the flight attendant offers you free wine or whiskey, it's tempting to say yes. But here's the truth. Alcohol hits harder at altitude and dehydrates you twice as fast. That one drink you'd normally handle just fine, on a plane, it can mess with your sleep, dry out your skin, and leave you groggy or headachy when you land. And trust me, you don't want to navigate a new airport in a half-day's zombie state. What to drink instead? Water, at least 250 milliliters every 2 hours. Electrolyte powders like Liquid IV, Noon, or Hydrolyte. Herbal tea, peppermint, chamomile, ginger. Coconut water, if the airline offers it. Save the cocktail for the hotel lounge when you've actually survived the flight. Exception: if you really want one drink, have it in the first third of the flight. Chase it with double the water and stop at one. But speaking of survival, let's get to the real survival tip that most people never think through. Tip number 14. Not all aisle seats are created equal. You've finally scored that coveted aisle seat. You're feeling good. Extra leg room, easy bathroom access, until your seatmate wakes you up again and again, climbing over you like you're part of the in-flight obstacle course. Here's what no one tells you. The best aisle seat isn't on the outer edge. It's in the middle section of wide-body planes. Those big planes with 3-4-3 seat layouts, if you sit in the aisle of the middle section, the block with 4 seats, your seatmate has 2 ways out, left or right. If they need the bathroom, they might just go the other way, which means you don't get woken up every 90 minutes. Extra aisle seat tips? Avoid aisle seats in the last rows. They often don't recline. Exit row aisle. Jackpot. Massive legroom plus aisle seat, but often require extra fee. First aisle row after business class, tons of legroom, no seats in front reclining into you. Real talk, if you're tall, over 6 feet 1 inches, always pay for an exit row seat. $30 to $50 extra is worth not arriving with dead knees. It's a subtle strategy, but if you're trying to sleep, it's a game changer. Conclusion. So next time you're choosing your seat, don't just go aisle, go strategic aisle. Quick recap of the 14 tips. Overwing rows for less turbulence. Special meal is first served. Dress in layers, compression socks. Wide mouth insulated bottle. Save favorite shows for flight. Hack tray table for phone stand. Bring power bank, don't assume power. Use SeatGuru before booking. Pack a seat bag with essentials. Skip the neck pillow, use alternatives. Seatbelt over blanket for uninterrupted sleep. Freshen up kit before landing. Skip alcohol, hydrate instead. Strategic aisle in the middle section. That's it. These 14 tips will transform your next long-haul flight from survival mode to actually tolerable, maybe even enjoyable. If you got value from this, subscribe to Airport Aviation Guide for more insider travel tips every week. And drop a comment with your best flight hack. I read every single one. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video.